Friday night, you know what that means. Top Rope Tokes here to review AEW Rampage. I'm just saying, that guy over there is...
Range of Motions, baby.
Yeah. And do us a favor first, watching this on YouTube later, go down below, like, subscribe, and also, you like wrestling, we like wrestling, let's talk wrestling. Join the Discord, come and hang out. Rampage, so tonight.
Rampage.
We had a number of duds recently, then they kind of bounced back. General thoughts, how do you feel about this one?
This was better than some of the other more recent Rampages, I think. It was, I don't know.
I will say, I wish that they
I was a little bored, but...
I do wish that they stuck with the old formula of all the entrances in the very beginning, like we're on YouTube, and you jumped right into some kind of action. It was always a nice start, but you haven't really been seeing that lately.
No. Yeah, Rampage has not been my show lately, but like I said, this was better than the last 2 weeks, that's for sure.
I feel like there was one in there the last two, like either last week or the week before, that was solid, but yeah, there was like two really bad ones in a row. And this was at least better than that.
Oh yeah, that's right, because last week was that one, that live one.
Oh,
the
yeah,
name I can't remember already.
It was right before Battle of the Belts, yeah.
Yeah. So that was a good one, yeah.
Well, last week we had the Mox versus Mance Warner. You had you had to catch the match, even though it was quick. Which, by the way,
3 seconds.
Since we're in the time before we hop into the full-on Rampage review, I feel like we need to take a minute. Takeshita, we miss you already.
Thank you so much for gracing our televisions with what you can do, sir. Please come back
soon and often.
Yeah. Please.
But last week we also got the Madison Rain debut, which means you got to see Jade after, and then you had the main event street fight with Swerve in Our Glory versus Woods and Sterling. Woods and East. Sterling just happened to go through a table.
I was gonna say Sterling was there. He was like the 12th man.
And he went through a table, which is always fun to see that man take some pain and punishment.
I liked seeing him take the cake.
Yep, because that
was still my favorite, seeing him take the cake.
And that's what led to the match last week. Anything specific that you really, really liked or didn't like from the show tonight?
What did I really like? I like that my boys Private Party are gonna get a title shot.
Like, outside of that, there's a lot of just solid across the board. It feels like for tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, I always love seeing Danhausen, so that is a personal thing that I enjoy. But I understand also that wasn't necessarily anything amazing.
Yeah. That was, I kind of feel like they're doing... Danhausen is one of those kind of characters that too much of him is not a good thing. I'm noticing. Because when his appearances are more random, it kills me. But now I just get a little chuckle. But when it would be like every other week, or like once a month, I was like, oh, the Danhausen moment. Now I'm like, yeah, he's Danhausen. He's kind of funny.
Or at least when you didn't expect him, like, getting pulled out from underneath by Wardlow in the middle of a match. Like,
Yeah.
prior to that one, we had no reason to believe he was going to be under the match for under the ring for that. So just like a random quick spot.
Yeah.
Now, we did start off the show with probably looking it over. Yeah, definitely the biggest star of the show, Bryan Danielson.
Definitely.
Comes out to ring, do an interview with Tony Schiavone. Basically just says after 23 years, he may never be 100%, but he will always live 100%, and he's never going to willfully quit wrestling.
Yeah. It was very Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Very passionate. Like, yeah, Daniel Garcia, you would have to end my career because nope, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
But that does bring out Daniel Garcia.
So yep, here he comes.
No.
He tried to steal MJF's promo here, which I still didn't think it was bad or anything, but it felt like he tried to steal MJF's "I love you, CM Punk" promo.
Oh, gotcha. I was
he's like, Danielson, you're my hero, but my hero apparently is going to lose, and my hero makes excuses, and it hurts him that his hero isn't perfect, basically, and
he was tired of like
since
his
it hurts
injuries
him,
and
he wants to hurt him.
yeah, he was tired of like the injury coming back from retired injury, not knowing if he's coming back, like always being concerned, and just saying it hurt him to always have to go through that with him.
Yeah. So yeah, he says he's going to end his career. And Danielson was basically like, yeah, I'm down for somebody to do that.
I was trying to give you a chance to get to the sports entertainer line.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the sports entertainer. Well, yeah, I think Garcia said it last B Team JAS promo they did, that he's the best technical sports entertainer around, and he mentions it again here before. And here that when he says he's going to end Bryan Danielson's career, he's going to make him recognize that he's the best sports entertainer, technical sports entertainer. It's even hard to say.
It is an awkward amount of, like, it's really long word at the end and a whole like string of like
technically,
it's a really long nickname, but then we got Danielson cutting him off saying, I'm sick and tired of the sports entertainer bullshit. Then he goes on to actually hype up Garcia and how we always saw him as a super young guy and he should be great, but then he really just boiled it down to one question. Do you want to be the best technical sports entertainer? Or if I was your hero, the best technical wrestler? And then he just leaves him with that question. Now, like, it looked like it had hit Garcia kind of hard, like the cracks in the JAS growing.
Yeah, that could, because I'd be down for a Daniel Garcia and BCC. Yeah. Get off the JAS B squad.
I mean, it might be a little bit awkward now after he just had all that feud with Wheeler Yuta too. But that's also how everyone else has got it in. That's how
I was going to say.
I should say.
That's you kind of have to know that's going to be how it goes with the BCC. You got to fight all of us, and then we'll let you in.
Unless
like a real
Claudio.
Gang. Yeah. Unless if you're Claudio and they just need you out of nowhere, then you just get to be in.
Yeah.
But everybody else, they're going to jump you in.
But back to the JS, next we had a defense of the AAA mixed tag team titles, as I don't even want to say their names, but Sammy and Ty Mello against Dante and Sky Blue, and Dante got a nice ovation because it was his hometown. And also when he kneels on the ramp and he reaches for the sky, he still reaches just as tall as Sky Blue.
Yeah, Sky Blue short. Real short.
Yeah. I think the winner was written on the wall with this one because Ty and Sammy won, and Ty got the pin on Sky Blue after a Ty KO. Was there any... I only took one spot down for this match. Everything else is kind of like a general sense of how the match went, because there were some common themes during this match. Like Dante would not touch Ty at all.
Yeah.
Anything that you picked up that you really liked from this one?
Just early on, I never really had paid attention to Sky Blue wrestle. I was like, oh, she's actually not bad at all.
She's slowly figuring out, like, character-wise. Like, she's been around. She just hasn't been in a position to develop the character or try to get over it.
Yeah.
Go in the ring.
But yeah, I thought she was much better than I expected.
For the most
Definitely.
For the most part,
not just pretty face.
That Ty and Sammy were the ones that were willing to take advantage of the rules and still do the double team stuff, and Dante just avoided everything he could as much as possible until he jumped off of Ty's back while she was on the mat and hit a destroyer off her back onto Sammy. It's about the only spot from the match. That was about it. That was dope. I was like, I'll write this one down. That was fun because he made sure he never touched her until that point, and there was even that look of like, fuck it, I'm going for it.
The gentleman, Dante. The gentleman. And it cost him in the end, because Ty ended up hitting that DDT on him. See, you shouldn't have been easy on them.
Yeah, and then it's funny. I mean, we did get the turnaround with Sky hitting a Hurricane Rana on Sammy, but that left those two alone in the ring, and one of those two is definitely treated like a much bigger deal than the other. Well, at least so far.
Yeah, we just mentioned that Sky really hasn't gotten a chance to build her character or anything, so obviously, if Ty and Sky are left in the ring, even though T comes after S, Ty wins.
After, I don't know how much of you caught of this. I got like the general idea of it, but they did mention LFI again. But we had a Lucha Bros video where they were hyping up the return of Pac for the Trios title against Will Ospreay and Aussie Open. That match happening not this coming Dynamite, but I believe the one after that. Yep, on the 24th. We get Pac back after months. Yay!
Yay, Pac. He's gonna be Pac.
I have a feeling they're still gonna lose.
Yeah.
Because finally Andrade, and now with Rush.
What do you bring Will Ospreay in for if you're gonna have him lose their one match?
Oh, that too. That's not even who they're facing first, but obviously they're still pushing those two groups together too.
Oh, I thought they were Death Triangle versus Will Ospreay and Aussie Open.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, they're not even facing each other. The Andrade group versus Death Triangle, even though they both talked about each other in their promo.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know. That's weird.
I think
you really have Will Ospreay come over and lose in the first round.
I can't imagine losing in the first round.
Yeah, I can't see that.
I mean, if that was the case, wouldn't you just find another trio that you could throw in there? You have enough people on the roster. Put the wingman on TV again. Do it.
They've been on TV a couple times lately.
See? Throw him back in there. So yeah, I agree. It'd be kind of weird to bring him back and have him lose in the first round.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they could do that one.
Now, next.
Squash, one of my favorite gourds. Squash.
Oh,
one of my favorite gourds.
It definitely did not click at first. Parker Boudreaux versus Sonny Kiss. Sonny got like 15 seconds of offense at one point, and that was it before eating a massive chokeslam, and then the finisher by Parker that was never given a name on TV tonight, not in the 2 times we saw it. Kind of like a back suplex. He takes him up here, then kind of turns into like a choke slam rock bottom on the side kind of deal. I don't even know how.
It's called the slam. I don't know.
This would all be relevant later, so kind of circle back to that one. Now we get the reverse of the Lucha Bros video, because we have La Facción Ingobernables backstage with also Private Party. LFI basically says they're going to get those trio titles, and this is what you were talking about earlier, a little bit of excitement. Because
they're challenging Keith Lee and Swerve.
It was awkward. There was like tension during this, like they all weren't getting along, but at the same time it was like tag team championship matches for everybody.
Butcher and Blade were real quiet.
Wait, were they even there? I did not even notice that.
Neither one of them said anything or even moved. I think they just stood exactly where they were the whole time. But Butcher and Blade were there.
That probably, at least for right now, probably would have been a more interesting matchup too. Just because you have a guy who at least has some size. I mean, Blade is not as athletic as either member of Private Party, but at least he's athletic. But just there's no mass in Private Party.
That means we're gonna get to see Keith Lee launch some boys.
Launch them both. I actually had a slight idea about what if Swerve turned on Keith Lee in this match, and he took Private Party away from Andrade. Not that it would make any sense story-wise, it's just that at least their characters kind of fit together.
You say their characters fit together, but story-wise, you'd have to make it make sense. That he's like, and I'm gonna take these Private Party boys.
Because that's the only reason I would say, because at least Private Party would finally be in a group with somebody that actually makes sense to be with. As opposed to Matt Hardy and Andrade now.
I don't know. I think that they should just leave, and then the Butcher and the Blade and them will form their own group of why the fuck are these guys together? And that's what they should call the group. Why the fuck are these guys together?
No. It's like, you can't even do trios, but you both can compete for the same tag titles. It's just, there's so many things about it. Like, how does the whole story of that group would be, how does this work?
See? HTW.
Actually, we kind of saw that recently already, because we saw it with one of the teams in the next match.
Yeah.
Because you had the Acclaimed and the Gun Club, and that was only good. You know, that could only work as long as it did because Bowens got hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Next we had Ass Boys versus Beardhausen.
Ass Boys. Danhausen
Danhausen got a big pop. That was exciting to see. I was like, yay, people still love him.
Yeah.
Although I still agree, not a weekly television. Unless, well, sorry, he can be on weekly TV, but it needs to be like one of those random 30-second pop-up spots.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I, regardless of anything I said earlier, I do love me some Danhausen. It's just, I thought it was better when he wasn't appearing all the time.
There's certain characters that are just
sometimes
like that.
He'll have, like sometimes he'll have 2 segments in a night now, and I'm like, wait.
Similarly,
we need less.
Like Hook, his whole deal is he doesn't talk, or he has said what, like 2 words on AEW TV at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So when your character is less is like, there's just certain characters where less is more. Because if you have him on TV all the time, but he never ever talks, like ever, it's going to kind of get stale real quick. But if he pops up less and doesn't say a word, it works. It just is what it is. I do still love that the Ass Boys are stuck on Danhausen, the guy who started the name Ass Boys for him. Well, at least who got it over, because they were frustrated at the start of the match, like they always were, not able to get over that. But in the end, Austin hits a famous Fameasser on Danhausen for the win. But then their own dad berates them in victory, saying they gotta toughen up and they'll have a match on Dynamite. Mm-hmm. I think Billy didn't. I feel like
because Billy got them the win.
Yeah, helping
as per usual. That's what it is they don't get wins without his help. Yeah. So now that's what the story is
he had
why the fuck do you need my help every time?
Yep, he low-bridged big boy Eric Redbeard, and then Austin had to use Daddy's finishing move to get the win.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, did Billy have a good line tonight? I can't remember one, but I thought that he did. Maybe I'm just thinking of Wednesday.
No, there wasn't any really big lines from him. I just remember it stuck out to me that he was saying now he knows why he misses the Acclaimed.
Oh yeah,
it's like, oh,
that might have just been in there because it made it. I don't know. It cut deep. It was like a line you didn't necessarily expect to hear. Maybe that's just the one I was thinking of. But there's a little part that comes after this. That was nice and fun. What happened, Range? What happened?
Boy, Stokely is sitting in the front row when the boys finally get out of there. Billy had already stormed off. When they get up and get out of there, he tries to hand him his business card, like, in true Stokely fashion. He's like, "Come on, like, your dad sucks. Come on," and they don't take it. But they were seriously considering it for this time.
At one point, Stokely looked pretty geeked out.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
like, when they walked away, Stokely looked pretty happy. Like, it's gonna work.
Yeah, after they eventually walked away, but that long pause, he had that look of like, I'm getting closer. They're thinking about it.
He's like, I've got almost every mid-carder. Almost every single one of them.
Gotta collect them all. Because catching really doesn't work, but collect works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy more packs. I can't help it. Somebody stole your line. Oh, actually, there's something before that. Sorry. Wait, my notes jumped way the fuck down.
Yeah, they sure did. Because we still got
A couple of promos.
a couple promos, yeah. But
Speak.
next was, as Jeremy swerves down his his note list, Keith Lee and Swerve in Our Glory promo came up next. Tony talked about how Andrade wants Private Party to challenge for the tag titles. And then Keith Lee says, Isaiah couldn't beat me. How does he expect to beat both me and Swerve?
Yeah, because not only did Keith Lee destroy Isaiah, because as you were talking about earlier, launching them around the ring. After Mark Quinn tried to get him some in like a double team fashion back when Keith Lee debuted, and he dismantled both of them, so he just kind of laughed at the notion, like, okay.
Yeah.
But he said no other top 5 team wants to face them, so they'll grace them with a title shot.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I was wondering why they were getting the title shot.
Because nobody wants a piece of Keith Lee.
But, yeah, man, nobody wants any of that.
Plus, half your tag teams are currently involved in a trios tournament.
Right.
Oh, at least
FTR, man. FTR.
At least your notable ones. You can't. I mean, you can give FTR all the titles right now if you want to.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, FTR isn't losing right now. So never mind.
Yeah, because I originally thought they were going to get a tag team title shot against the Young Bucks when they still had it, and that was the route. But massive change in directions on that front. But now that we have the trios titles, it really does help explain why.
Yeah, they've got other things going on. FTR already has 7 belts. So they're fine.
I don't even know. I mean, I know how to describe what happened next in the very beginning, but after that, it goes off the rails because a guy showed up on TV next. I have no idea who the fuck he was.
Hey, that was Zach Clayton. I took it down.
What was his nickname? The Reality?
The Reality. Yeah.
The Reality.
He's a reality TV star. Yeah.
Hook comes out.
Yeah, there's
Tony basically asks him if it's an FTW title. It's always an open challenge title. He gives a one-word answer, and that's the end of Hook talking. He just yells, "Yup," and some music hits.
Yeah.
Cliche dude walks out.
He looked like he does really look like a reality TV star. I don't know, like he was probably on The Bachelorette or The Bachelor.
He looks like he could have been on like MTV's Real World.
Yeah, he might have been on Real World 20 years ago. Who knows?
But was he in a Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah, he was. Oh, he was on Big Brother.
Big Brother? Okay.
No, he was on Survivor. I'm just naming off reality TV shows I remember the name of.
Iron Chef.
Yeah.
Has no idea. Nothing to do with it. Basically, just in the end, he was like, okay, I'm going to challenge you, but not right now. Next week. Hook accepts. So that's a FTW title match for next Rampage. Big Boy is going to get destroyed by Hook.
Yep.
because
Retire the belt.
I still
After you can
really
beat
wished.
the reality with the belt, retire that belt. After you beat the reality.
I mean, now you're on some Doctor Strange sorcery level shit. You beat reality.
See, that's what I'm saying. You beat reality. What else you gonna do?
Would that be more like Neo in the Matrix? I don't know.
I don't know. You can use drugs to beat reality too, from what I hear. Just from what I hear, nothing that I do.
I don't know how to approach the next segment because usually I have you steal somebody's line.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody else stole somebody else's line.
Oh man. Yeah. I think this one is appropriate this time. It's time for the main event. I guess there's nothing left to be said.
Ari Daivari starts talking about how he's investing in all the best talent around. And if not, the next best thing is to beat that ass. Orange,
he's the richest.
Yeah. After he continues his general kind of promo, says a little bit more, goes over to Orange Cassidy's time to speak, and he's like, well, looks like there's been enough talk.
Mark Henry chimes in, hey, that's my line. So yeah, Orange Cassidy's not down to talk. He just wants to get in the ring.
Honestly, I never saw really coming, and it kind of took me a second to realize it had happened. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, he stole it.
Yeah, so it's just amazing the way that they find a way to do little creative things all the time, and it's not always cliche, or if it is cliche, it's done at the right time and the right way. Like, it's just nice to be able to have those moments in wrestling and it actually resonated and hits, like, versus like trying to force feed funny and it just doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But that all goes to somebody's individual sense of humor.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's some people out there that aren't in love with Orange Cassidy, like the rest of us.
Lots of people. Well, a lot of people that do hate him, they hate him because he's also a wrestler and his character isn't serious, or like he doesn't take everything serious in terms of in the ring. So they may not hate him, but him as a wrestler, they fucking hate. There's a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Sucks to be them.
Sucks to be them.
Had fun.
Because I had fun.
JR also had a whole lot of fun because the whole time he entered into the ring, JR was just praising the music, talk about dancing and stuff.
Yeah, shake it, baby. Shake it, baby. Yeah.
They talk about just being a preview for these two teams having a trios match in the tournament. Starts off, Ari gives Orange Cassidy another chance to join the Trustbusters by simply laying down and take the loss for Ari Daivari. Orange Cassidy actually goes to lay down, does his little spot where every time he goes to pin him, he rolls a little bit away. Nope, come on, I got you. Rolls away again, rolls away again. Most of the match felt like what I would expect a match between these two would be, because both of them are quicker, athletic types. But Orange Cassidy does end up getting the win with the Orange Punch.
Yeah.
Anything during the course of this match, because the opening was fun. The close, unless Parker Boudreaux really played a role into it, you kind of figure Orange Cassidy was winning this match.
Yeah. I didn't take a lot of notes on this one. I did like, I can't remember what the name of his move is, but when Ari has that, he had that like wrist lock on Orange Cassidy type of thing, and he was up on the ropes in the corner, and he slams him down with it. I like that. I can't remember what it was called during the show, but yeah, that was one thing that I remember distinctly. That was pretty cool.
I mean, most of this was all set up to give Orange Cassidy another win before the chaos that happened after the match.
Yeah.
Which was, basically Trustbusters and mostly Parker Boudreaux going in there, dominating, attacking everybody, laying them all out. It looked like Orange Cassidy versus Parker Boudreaux facing off. Sonny Kiss comes down after losing to Parker earlier. Acts like he's going to align with Orange Cassidy. Then what happens?
Yeah. Sonny Kiss. Kick that man in the penis.
So they had mentioned during the match earlier that recently on Dark Elevation, one of those shows, that Ari had whispered something to Sonny that Sonny had seemingly been intrigued by or considering. And even though after that point in time, Sonny got destroyed by Parker, still decided to heed that advice. Maybe it was, can't beat them, I'll join them.
Hey. Yeah. And say Ari Daivari is the richest man in wrestling, so if I'm gonna join a faction, it's probably gonna be the richest man in wrestling's faction. Sonny Kiss, good idea.
Hey, they got Sonny Kiss to actually appear in the main event of an AEW television show.
Yeah.
On the screen at the closing segment. That's something.
Hey, I'm here for it.
It's a start. Now, as you're building this new group, the real question moving forward is, what do you do with them? How do you not let them become another version of the Workhorsemen or the Wingmen? Or there's probably another faction out there that was nothing.
Fortunately, the Dark Order. It's kind of getting down there now.
They were that until Brody Lee got there, and then everything that happened with him, and he got kind of lost in the shuffle again until the Hangman story.
Yeah, they're kind of.
But yeah, it's what you do with them next. At least you have the clear person that is going to be the focus of that group moving forward. Just hopefully that person continues to improve in the ring. No massive injuries to anybody in the near future.
Yeah, please stop getting hurt, people.
Well, I know nobody faults him or holds it against him, the one that he did injure, but it's wrestling. Injuries and stuff happen.
Yeah, it happens.
You gotta do your best to minimize those risks. If it doesn't feel like it's gonna work, don't take the risk. Because speaking of injuries, I don't know if you caught, Statlander's out for a while again. She's gonna have 2 robotic knees now. She's turning into a cyborg. She's going from alien to cyborg.
Snap. She's turning into Ronda Rousey. Or no, who's the other one? Who's the cyborg?
Chris. No, it was like Chris Cyborg something.
Chris Cyborg something or other. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot what her name is. But yeah, there we go. She's turning into her. Interesting.
2 messed up knees. Oh, maybe she'll just come back and she can have double knee braces on with her like black trunks, and she could just be
the bionic woman.
Stone Cold Chris Statlander.
Okay. All right. I'm here for it. Stone Cold Chris Statlander. That's the best thing we got.
And just when I think of people with messed up knees in wrestling, he's usually one of the first ones that come to mind because of those thick ass knee braces he always had on, and they only stood out so much more with him because he wore practically nothing and everything was all black.
Yeah. Them fucking knee braces, man.
Now we're heading into the Game of Thrones Dynamite officially. Because
it better not be as bad as Game of Thrones last 2 seasons.
No, see what it is, we're gonna get a great show for like everything but the main event, and then the main event is just gonna be a turd.
Wait, what matches do we have? Sorry.
Well, we got
what matches do we have?
We got that Garcia Danielson 2 out of 3 coming up.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You know, Ass Boys are gonna have another match. Outside of that, I don't really remember. All I need to remember was Danielson versus Garcia 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, it's gonna be a match to see who's the best technical sports entertainer.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I have no idea what to expect though, because Garcia beat Bryan. So you feel like Danielson has to get it back in some way.
Yeah.
But maybe that's going to be part of the story, and he actually loses in the third fall. But that way it looks a lot more even.
Yeah, I could see some cheating.
It's going to be a fun match, though. That's all I know. That's what I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully that it isn't setting up for most of Dynamite to be great and then a turd for a main event, because the 2 out of 3 falls match can eat up a good amount of chunk, which would really set it up to be a great start to the show, unless that is a main event. If that is a main event, we know that won't be a turd. That's got to be the main event.
I feel like it'll have to be.
We don't know.
Because I don't remember anything else big that was announced.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of that we know that's coming up in the near future is Private Party versus Swerve in Our Glory, and that's not going to be a main event.
Right.
Over that 2 out of 3 falls match. That's even if they're on the same show, because I don't even know when they're all lined up.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Oh, the trios match. Young Bucks and mystery opponent.
Dynamite. Yeah, that won't be a main event though.
Oh no, I was just trying to think of what else is on the card besides that. Besides the 2 out of 3.
So the Bucks and Hangman. I don't think it'll be the first match because they have to have some kind of way to set up Hangman to come out with them.
As much as I want to see him back, I just hope it's not a random way to bring back Kenny.
Yeah.
I feel like there would be a bigger way to do it. Save it for All Out.
Yeah. Yeah, I would save that for All Out.
You want to know another technical difficulty for tonight? Well, it's not really a technical difficulty, but I just looked at my clock on my computer and it says 10 p.m. I was like, it is not 10 p.m. I know that's a lie.
It is midnight.
And we're old as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And we just
and you know what that means.
A nice episode of Rampage. We're old. It's late. Look at the name of the show. We some sleepy motherfuckers. It's time to call it a night. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, join Discord, all that fun stuff. Again, you love wrestling. We love wrestling. Let's talk wrestling. So that's about 47 minutes and 20 some odd seconds after cutting off the beginning. That's a good outro for a video.
Yeah.
Hey, we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
All right, sir. I know you got to be dying.
Oh yeah.
Anyone that's actually still in stream, if there's anyone there, thanks for stopping by. This is usually a portion where, you know, we build up some viewers. We can start to just sit there and have chats and answer questions and stuff, because obviously the bulk of the video we gotta try to get through. If anyone's there, thanks for stopping by. Always feel free, drop messages. We'll try to respond either sneakily or in a fun way at the end of the show where we can pay all the attention in the world to it. So drop a follow and we'll see you on Wednesday night.